John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket.
Best of luck in today's...
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Beck Motors, Dakota Storm Roofing, Superior Concrete, Live Ticket, and Overhead Door Company of Pierre. And by Rinky Gray Wealth Management, Avera Orthopedics, Capital City Ford, Lincoln Toyota, Kruger Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC. Coverage of Governor Sports also brought to you by Dakota Mart, Access Health, May Adam, TMA, Graham Tire, First Dakota National Bank, and Avera Health. And Governor Sports, also brought to you in part by Slumberland Furniture in Pierre, American Bank and Trust, the Pierre Regional Airport, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Ramkota Hotel, Xander Auto Parts, Ferding Electric, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Wagner Auto, Kathy Sonnenschein Properties, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union of Pierre. Coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is brought to you by these special in-game sponsors. Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, by Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gale's Gas Service in Pierre.
Now, Pierre Governor Basketball.
Hey, thank you very much, and a very good Friday evening, everybody. A night of high school basketball coming to you once again from Riggs High Gym, where the Pierre Governor girls basketball squad is back home. They'll take on the Yankton Gazelles tonight. A big win for the Governors Tuesday night in their last trip. They went to Harrisburg, got a 53-40 victory, and that put them over the 500 mark on the season, 6-5. Schedule in the second half of the season for the Governors gets a little bit easier, and right now I think the Governors are a confident bunch, judging by the way they bounced back off of a loss to O'Gorman on Friday night and beat that Harrisburg Tiger squad on the road on Tuesday night. A team that's kind of getting pieces put back together and getting a lot of chemistry put together as well. Tonight they welcome the Yankton Gazelles, and it's been a tough one for a young Yankton squad, 0-13 on the season. Their last game, they were only able to put up 11 points on the board, but still a team that will play scrappy defense at the very least all night long, and that's what we expect when they come here to Riggs High Gym. Along with Chuck Hansen in studio, who will run our show at DRG Media Group's world headquarters. Caleb Brozick is across the way for Live Ticket, and he'll do the camera work here from Riggs High Gym as well. You can watch this game at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page. Excited to have the Governor girls on the FM side of things for the first time this season. I'll personally get my first look at the Governor girls, and we'll get our second look at them tomorrow when the Govs go to T to take on the T Area Titans. That's a 2:30 pregame and 3 o'clock tip-off on the road back toward the Metro. Once again, for those Governor girls, it'll be their third game in 4 in the last 8 days or so. That'll be in that Sioux Falls area. But that's tomorrow. Tonight is tonight, and tonight brings up the Yankton Gazelles. We've got plenty to talk about coming into this one right now. 38-37, a close game in the sophomore contest. Pierre is leading this one. Pierre's JV has won the JV contest 47-32. And we'll see how this one ends up. Now 38-38 after Yankton made a free throw a moment ago here in the sophomore contest. Bank West pregame show is brought to you by Bank West for the best, and we'll start with a look around South Dakota and the state of AA basketball in girls hoops to start. We'll check in on how the boys are going as well. Of course, the Governor boys are not playing tonight. They were in Yankton on Tuesday night and got a 49-47 win in a good old-fashioned ESD physical game that went right down to the wire, and the Governors with a big win that night as well. The Bank West pregame show, as mentioned, in 3 minutes, and we're back with more. Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
This winter, the game is on, and Beck Motor Company is proud to support Pierre Governor basketball. Whether it's on the court or the open road, we're here to keep you moving forward with reliable vehicles for every drive. When you're ready to upgrade your ride this season, come see us at Beck Motor Company. From SUVs to trucks, we've got the perfect vehicle for your winter adventures. Visit Beck Motor Company for all your automotive needs. Beck Motor Company, making a great deal better. 605-224-5912. BeckMotors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotaststormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season, and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Welcome back to Riggs High Gym. Brian Oakland with play-by-play coming here tonight. Governor Girls will take on Yankton. And once again, no boys game tonight as the boys have the weekend off. Their last game was Tuesday at Yankton. Their next game will be Tuesday here at Riggs High Gym when they host the Huron Tigers here on River 92.7 as well. So no conflicts. The girls with 2 games coming up this weekend against Yankton and T area. The boys have already played both of those teams. For those on the road, in particular, Yankton travelers perhaps on their way up to the capital city, we remind everybody, especially in winter driving conditions, to slow down and drive for conditions. Remember, snow means slow. That reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team. Buckle up, too. You've got someplace to be. Winter weather has returned to South Dakota, mostly up north. Yankton was able to make it here, no problem. Hopefully they'll be able to make it back without an issue, and hopefully we'll be able to make the trip as well with the Governor Girls to T area tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. But here's how things have come, to this point as we get to and through the halfway points of the season. Last week, the Governors had a big win here at home against Aberdeen Central, who was ahead of them in the power rankings at the time. That was a 1-point win, 56-55. Of course, they met up with top-ranked and unbeaten O'Gorman down in Sioux Falls a week ago tonight. That was a 67-44 win for the O'Gorman Knights, who are now 13-0 on the season. That same night, Yankton The girls played at Brandon Valley, but it was all Lynx in that one, 61-11, the final. It was just one of those games, even in a struggling season for the Gazelles. Really nothing went right for Yankton offensively. So they have not played since. Meanwhile, the Governors coming off of that win Tuesday when they went back to the Metro and beat Harrisburg. Let's give you a rundown of other scores that we saw from Tuesday night in girls hoops. O'Gorman beat T-Area 70-33. That T-Area team that the Governors will see tomorrow. Meanwhile, Mitchell picks up a win at Sioux Falls Jefferson, 57-50. Brandon Valley was beaten in a high-scoring game at Marshall, Minnesota, 77-73. Then Sioux Falls Roosevelt wins at Huron, 44-39. Sioux Falls Washington goes up to Brookings and wins, 51-34. And Watertown defeating Sioux Falls Lincoln, 54-28. Out west in the Black Hills Conference, Sturgis falls at Bell Foods, 43-34. Spearfish, no problem with Lee Deadwood, 70-11. And Douglas loses at home to Custer, 40-35 Tuesday. Only one game played last night had Brookings defeating Sioux Falls Lincoln in Brookings, 60-39. So tonight, 7 games on the docket, have the Governors hosting the Yankton Gazelles. Harrisburg is up at Aberdeen to go against the Golden Eagles. Mitchell and Huron are hosting Sturgis and Spearfish this weekend. And also Brandon Valley and O'Gorman are hosting Rapid City Central and Stevens. One other game in the I-29 corridor has Watertown playing at Sioux Falls, Washington tonight. 5 more games tomorrow in addition to Huron and Mitchell hosting Sturgis and Spearfish, respectively. Stevens and Central out of Rapid City at Brandon Valley and O'Gorman. The only other game there would be our game, and that'll be the Governors at T-Area to take on the Lady Titans. And once again, that's a 3 o'clock tip with a 2:30 pregame tomorrow here on River 92.7. Into the week ahead, a quick look at the schedule has Pierre at Huron in their next contest on Tuesday night. That'll be back on KGFX. And 1060 AM, 103.1 FM. Justin Cowart on the call on that one. And, of course, that will be Tuesday night. Yankton, after tonight, won't play again until next Friday night. So they've had a full week off coming into this one. They'll have a full week off going into their next game. But they will be traveling out to Rapid City. They'll play Stevens on Friday and winless Rapid City Central on Saturday. So if Yankton continues to struggle to put wins on the board, well, something may just have to give on that game next Saturday. But we'll see how things go between now and then. That's the girls' look at the state of basketball in Class AA. Right now, Yankton sophomores are leading Pierre 45-44. We're in the final minute. Yankton just got a steal. Don't know if the Governors are going to foul here, but we're in the under 30 seconds to go. Pierre will foul. So, again, drama just beginning or continuing here in this sophomore game. A 1-point Yankton lead, and they're going to the free throw line. So we'll turn the page and take a look at boys basketball in the state of hoops. Governor boys with a win at Aberdeen last week, while Yankton lost at Huron. And the Governors were home last Friday and Saturday, and losing to Harrisburg 66-48. Then they had that tight loss to O'Gorman 67-63 on Saturday afternoon. The Yankton boys also lost at Brandon Valley that Friday 57-51. Of course, the pep band just fires up just now. And then Governors went to Yankton on Tuesday night and came away a 49-47 winner. A tough ball game. Yankton's boys have been struggling to get wins put together, just 2-12 on the season, but a lot of parity in AA boys in particular, and Yankton one of those teams that's just a lot better than their record would otherwise indicate. So Pierre got that win to improve to 5-8 on the season. Meanwhile, Mitchell wins over Sioux Falls Jefferson Tuesday 66-49. It was a Lincoln win as they stay number 1 in the power rankings over Watertown 76-50. Roosevelt winning over Huron 60-58 in a tight one. Harrisburg won at Marshall, Minnesota 71-62. Meanwhile, Sioux Falls, Washington, a 30-point winner over Brookings, 79-49. And then out west, St. Thomas More beat Sturgis, 43-40. Spearfish over Lee Deadwood, 70-47. And Custer handles Douglas, 68 21. Couple of games last night. Sioux Falls Lincoln beat Brookings 81-64, and T-Area losing at West Central out of Class A 67-52. The Trojans having a heck of a season in Class A this year. Tonight, obviously no boys game for the Governors or the Bucks since they played on Tuesday night, but the schedule does include Aberdeen Central playing at Harrisburg. Washington goes to Watertown. Then, as mentioned, Sturgis and Spearfish are at Mitchell and Huron tonight. Rapid City Central and Stevens are at Brandon Valley and O'Gorman. Double headers on all of those games. And out west, Douglas will play host to St. Thomas More. And then tomorrow, T-Area at Sioux Falls Jefferson. In addition to Spearfish and Sturgis at Mitchell and Huron, Rapid City Central and Stevens at O'Gorman and Brandon Valley. Governor boys host Huron on Tuesday night here on River 92.7, and the Yankton Bucks with the Gazelles will go out to Rapid City at Stevens Friday and at Rapid City Central Saturday afternoon. It's taken a while to finish off this girls' contest. 16 seconds left. A 47-44. The Yankton Gazelles sophomore lead. The JV game went to the Governor girls. We'll see how that varsity game comes along as well. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll get into starting, I should say, the keys to success coming back after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor girls basketball on your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our peer office today by visiting rankygray.com.
I mean, like I said, I
At
think
Vera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
All right, it's a chance to talk to Kirk Beebe out here for the Governor girls as they are at home against the Yankton Gazelles. Coach, you come into tonight off of a real nice win over the Harrisburg Tigers, 53-40 the other night, and really a wire-to-wire win. And it's got to give you a lot of confidence knowing you can do that against granted a 500 team right now, but a very quality team in that Harrisburg program.
Yeah, I mean, just beyond the Harrisburg game, though, I think all season long our girls have showed they can play with anybody. I mean, we're right there head of O'Gorman after one. Obviously, we were a little shorthanded on that one. We were ahead going into the fourth against Brandon Valley. We were ahead I think it was even at halftime with Washington. Those are number one, number two, number three. So we played everybody, and we kind of gave them our best shot. So that's really what I'm encouraged by with our girls is that they've accepted all challenges and given their best effort every single time. So today will be a little bit different challenge. I mean, you got to stay focused. It's senior night. Anytime you're not focused, you can give yourself some big problems. Doesn't matter who you play. So that's our key tonight.
Yeah, relaxation is a bad thing when you're talking about high school basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's just what you want to guard against.
Yeah. With anything, complacency they're gonna get you. I mean, but our biggest thing is we want to have fun. So we know that that comes down to our effort. If we're playing as hard as we can and doing it together and we're being focused, that's way more fun. Mm-hmm. So our focus is we want to have fun. So that means we're going to compete.
Yeah, and there's another word I would use is intensity. You want to keep that up all the way through the rest of the season too, especially.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think the girls have been doing that. They brought that. I mean, I'm so impressed and proud of them for what they've done so far. But it's a daily challenge. You got to wake up and do it again every single day, and it's not an easy thing to do. So, we got our work cut out for us, and we'll see what we can do.
You talked earlier about being shorthanded with O'Gorman. Grace Richter was out and for a little bit, but she's back. And what you see from her, at least in bouncing back off of, kind of getting knocked upside the head a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, she was disappointed she didn't get to play, obviously. So, I mean, I guess for me with injuries, and we've been through, at all levels, kind of a lot of injuries this year, honestly. So, it stinks. I mean, girls want to be out there playing, and we want to see them out there playing. So I just hate when they don't get that opportunity. So I'm just happy that Grace was able to come back, and she's the same old Grace.
Okay. With the Yankton Gazelles tonight, what have you seen from them where they have done good things and might give you some challenges tonight?
Oh yeah, I mean that's just it. Like I said, you come out and you're not on an edge. You're asking for it. So they got girls that are not afraid to shoot it and have pretty skilled players. They're going to have the ball in their hands a lot. So if we're not locked in on that and ready to go and they make some shots, and then we're asking for it. Still a team that's ready to play some defense, obviously, too. Yeah, I mean, they work hard. They get after it. They're young, but hungry. So, yeah, it's a team where if you're, like I said, you come out and you give them some confidence, then you're asking for all sorts of trouble. But like I said, we're not worried about them. We're worried about what we want to do, which is we want to play hard and have fun. All right, Coach. Well, we'll look forward to that, and we'll wish you the best of luck. All right, thanks. Well, at long last, our first chance to talk with Coach Kirk Beebe out to the Pierre Governors this season. Coach's comments and keys to success in our broadcast are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. We'll step aside, hear from them, and then we speak with Blake Savvy, the first-year head coach of the Yankton Gazelles, as our keys to success continues next. This is Governor Basketball.
Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new, innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128, for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Our keys to success will continue with Blake Savvy, the head coach of the Yankton Gazelles. And Coach, I know it's your first year at running the program here, and you're dealing with an awful lot of young players. And unfortunately, experience is not a strong suit. I know it's been a tough go of it, but talk about how things have gone so far this season. From game one to now, this will be, I believe, your 14th game of the season. How's the progression coming?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen a lot of good things from our girls as far as learning. We look back at some teams that are sitting in the top 4, 5, 6 of the state, and we've gone into, like Mitchell, a 4-point game at halftime, Aberdeen, a 3-point game at halftime, and just some really good games that we've competed. We've really liked our defense in those games, and that's something that we're really trying to get our girls to buy into and take a lot of pride on that side of the ball. And so we've seen a lot of really good stretches where we're like, man, that's it. That's just what we want to feel for 4 quarters. And, we just want to avoid those lapses or shrink them as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, because the one thing that should never go away is defense, right? I mean, you can play defense and hopefully the points will come.
Yes, absolutely. We want to create our energy on defense and let that kind of trickle onto the other side and create momentum there. And when we've been good, that's what's happened.
All right. Last game you played, though, with Brandon Valley was, I'm sure that one just wasn't a good feeling at the end of it because you only got 11 points against a great team in Brandon Valley. But where's the confidence level, I guess, coming out of that one and coming into this one here against Pierre tonight?
I think what we tried to show them is if we look at that game at halftime, I think that we had a lot of evidence to say that could have easily been 20-14 going into the half and playing really tight with a good team. Shots definitely were not falling for us. But we didn't necessarily mind the defensive end. They got way too many second chance points to pile on to that 61-point total. But we just we just missed a lot of shots in the first half and shots that we liked. So just tried to show that, and I thought they had a great week of practice this week, and that's really good for a young group to have a game like that where you do kind of get beat up on the scoreboard, but to bounce back and still have some good energy this week.
Yeah, an old song says, Mama told me there'd be days like those. So that probably was the case. Here's the challenge tonight, and they're kind of starting to pick things up, especially. They're always defensive-minded. What are the biggest challenges you'll face tonight?
Yeah, one, definitely, we got to handle their pressure on defense. They love to get after it and try and put a team on their heels. We have to be able to handle that and have some poise in our response, and then attack their aggressiveness with aggressiveness of our own. And then obviously Lennox Dupree is a really talented player that we're going to have to make sure we know where she's at. We've got a plan for her and that we do a great job on her. But they've also can spread some shooters in Emery Larson and Graceland Taylor can both kind of knock it down a little bit. And so we want to make sure that we know where they are. We've got hand in their face and we're closing out, making sure that we just lock it down and play a really good team defense.
I would almost ask if you want to control the tempo. Obviously, you'd like to do that, but sometimes with players like Pierre has in that guard group, that's kind of tough to do, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's kind of the style we like to play. We put a lot of guards on the court, and so we definitely like to play fast. But at the same time, when you play a team that presses as much as Pierre does, you want to make sure that you don't take panic shots when you do get it across the half-court line and you break their press. You don't want to panic and just put up something because that's just as much of a win for a press as a steal. So just knowing, being mindful of our tempo and knowing when we're taking good shots and when we're rushing them.
All right, Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Blake Savvy, the head coach of the Yankton Gazelles. Coach's comments, keys to success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. A 2-minute timeout in our starting lineups. Coming up next as our Bank West pregame continues. This is Pierre Governor basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Smart grocery shopping takes a little bit of TLC. Dakota Mart in Pierre is thrifty, local, and convenient. Dakota Mart prides itself on their fresh produce, high-quality meats, and bakery goods. And grab some Caribou coffee while you shop. Dakota Mart features a nice selection of beer, wines, and liquor. Stop at Dakota Mart Gas and save up to 20 cents per gallon every day. Take care of your prescription needs at Dakota Mart Good Neighbor Pharmacy. Thrifty, local, convenient. Dakota Mart in Pierre, your hometown neighborhood markets.
With medical clinics strategically located throughout South Dakota and southwest Minnesota, Access Health provides comprehensive medical care for all ages, regardless of ability to pay. Whether your need is for a routine wellness checkup, attention for an acute illness or injury, or chronic disease management, the friendly staff at Access Health stands ready to serve you. At Access Health, your family will receive the high-quality, personal, customized medical care that you deserve without the wait. Access Health, where you are our priority. Contact your local Access Health clinic today.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Back at Rick's High Gym, as we get closer to the starting lineups on the floor, we'll give you the starting lineups here as well. But before we do that, a quick reminder that you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Hearing from Envirotech coming into this section of the Bank West pregame show. The Envirotech starting lineups are next. Our starting lineup is myself, Brian Oakland, play-by-play, Caleb Brozick on camera for live ticket. You can watch this game at drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page, or on your DRG News app, and also with Chuck Hansen running the show in studio as we bring you Governor Basketball. Here are the Yankton Gazelles starters tonight, as they'll start at one guard, actually two guards with a pair of sophomores, and this is a very young squad. Eden Wolfgram, a 5'5 sophomore, along with Jocelyn Elwood, a 5'6 sophomore for the Gazelles. Also Sabrina Kraske, a 5'6 junior, a third starting guard. The forwards will include Kelson Wells, a 5'8 junior, and a freshman, a 5'7 freshman in September, Rao, for the Yankton Gazelles. It's Elwood, Wolfgram, and Kraske, the guards, Wells and Rao, the forwards. Some other names off the bench will include Addison Muth, the 5'9 junior, and a pair of seniors. They've got three seniors on this team, but mostly role players. Haley Schulte, a 5'6 senior guard, and Olivia Chipman, some size off the bench at 5'10 for the Gazelles. They're 0-13. It's been tough going for head coach Blake Savvy and assistant coaches Kelly Hyder, Lauren Sees, and Jill Muth. Your Envirotech starting lineups next for the Pierre Governors on senior night tonight. First of all, let's give you the starting five, and there are four of the starting five that are seniors, and they include the 5'6 junior guard Lennox Dupree, fresh off of her 20-point effort 3 nights ago at Harrisburg. Dupree will lead the way along with Gracelyn Taylor, the 5'5 senior in the backcourt. Grace Richter, the 5'7 senior as well, a third guard. And then the fourth guard is the junior, Emery Larson, a 5'5 junior and the former Chester area flyer. Addison Soma is the senior in the middle, the 5'10 post player for the Governors, with Dupree, Larson, Taylor, and Richter, and Soma. The starting five. Key reserves include Jasmine Yost, the 5'3 junior, and Molly Olson, the 5'6 sophomore. The Governors are 6-5 now, and I didn't mention this in our look around the state of basketball, but Pierre is in the 7th spot in the power rankings in Class AA girls. Yankton is 19th out of 20, but the Governors at 6-5, and right now would have a home game if the Sodax 16 were to start tonight. They would host Sioux Falls Jefferson if that were the case, but we've still got 9 games to go starting tonight with the Governors and the Yankton Gazelles. Governors starting lineup, and their head coach is Kirk Bebout. He's assisted by Terry Becker, Carice Blanchett, and Jeff Schleckaway. The starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Once again, senior night festivities will come up first, and that'll elongate our pregame. So we've got time for another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with the game officials coming up as well. In fact, let's go 3 minutes on this one. And our pregame continues. You're listening to Pierre Governor Girls Basketball.
Taking care of your vehicle since 1980, TMA and Pierre has been serving Central South Dakota for over 42 years. Owners Bruce and Brenda Lounsbury, owners of the Ultimate Tire Store, have been taking care of customers at TMA for over 30 years. TMA, your hometown-owned business, offers quality service and products. Tires, mufflers, alignments, oil changes, brakes. Call 605-224-6167. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. TMA, next to the Northridge Plaza in Pierre.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Thinking of travel, Pierre Regional Airport offers nonstop flights from Pierre to Denver on Denver Air Connection. From there, you can fly anywhere, book to your destination, and check bags through on United, Delta, or American Airlines. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets to Denver, then connecting to your destination. Save travel time and money, avoid the crowds, and free parking when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre.
Regional Airport, skip the drive.
Looking for a way to show your community spirit and support our local school? Look no further than the newly redesigned Pierre Governors and Stanley County Buffalo's Spirit Cards from American Make and Trust. With every purchase, a portion goes directly to the Pierre and Stanley County school districts, helping fund important programs and activities. It's a win-win. You get all the benefits of a great debit card, and our local school district get the support they need. Visit our friendly bankers at 700 East Sioux Avenue today to sign up and make a difference with every swipe. American Make and Trust, member FDIC.
The Ramkota Hotel in Pierre is thrilled to introduce Riparian Pub and Cafe, coming your way soon. Fresh name, fresh logo, and a whole new vibe. Stay tuned for updates and get ready for the new year. Come discover great food and cocktails currently Tuesday through Saturday from 5 to 9 p.m. Big changes are on the horizon, and they can't wait to share more and open their doors in the new year. The Ramkota Hotel in Pierre.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Back at Riggs High Gym, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, their Division of Consumer Protection, more specifically, gives us our law on the court tonight. That's how we affectionately refer to our game officials. Tonight's game officials, licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball, are Eric Donats, Mike Kirkaby, and Kim Zimmerman. And we appreciate them for doing everything they're doing in officiating high school sports. That's very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Eric Donat, Mike Kirkaby, and Kim Zimmerman, tonight's game officials, the law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. As seniors are noted, Lennox Dupree, Gracelyn Taylor, Grace Richter, Addison Soma, and Carly Malm, the 5 seniors on this Governor Girls squad here on senior night, and they have all been honored as of right now. Quick look at upcoming basketball schedules. The Governors at T area tomorrow. The girls here on River 92.7, 2:30 with a pregame, 3 o'clock, the opening tip tomorrow. Then on Tuesday, girls and boys both in action against the Huron Tigers. Governor girls will be at Huron on KGFX, and we'll have the Governor boys here at Riggs High Gym against the Tigers. Then next Saturday, the Governor boys will go to Sioux Falls, Lincoln to take on the number 1 rated Patriots, at least the number 1 power rated Patriots. They were beaten by Mitchell to stop an unbeaten start to their season, but that'll be a tough one a week from tomorrow for the Governor boys. And then the boys and girls play Brookings about a week and a half from now, next Tuesday. Girls on the road on KGFX, the boys at home. Here at Riggs High Gym on River 92.7. Governor Wrestling, quick look at their schedule. They're at Yankton of the Invitational tomorrow, and the Governor girls are at ESD in Huron next Friday. The Governor boys will be hosting the state duels. Be a question as to whether they'll be participating. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. In the meantime, let's pause for 2 minutes. We'll be back with more of our Bank West pregame show. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
Zander Auto Parts, the only locally owned auto parts store in the Pierre-Fort Pierre area, has been serving central South Dakota for over 40 years. They're a trusted name when it comes to automotive parts and supplies. Their knowledgeable staff is dedicated to assisting you in finding exactly what you need. Convenience is also a top priority. They're located at 500 Sioux Avenue, Zander Auto Parts. They support area youth in their activities. When you need auto parts or supplies, shop Zander Auto Parts, your auto value parts store.
Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union is owned by our members. Once a member, always a member, even if you move out of the area. Learn about our share certificate specials at www.dakotaplainsfcu.com or stop by and visit with us on North Garfield at the Northridge Plaza. Competitive loan rates, including home loans, complete with a convenient drive-through lane. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
For reliable, safe, efficient, and economical electrical work, call Ferding Electric. Ferding Electric staffs licensed, knowledgeable electricians to help you with all your electrical projects. New construction, rewires, or upgrades, residential or commercial, Ferding Electric knows how to get the job done right. Call Ferding Electric at 224-8684. Stop in at 2903 East Elizabeth, just off the truck bypass. See Ferding.com or find them on Facebook. Ferding Electric, licensed electricians, quality service, and dependable products since 1956. Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security, and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Back at Riggs High Gym, you just heard from Comtech, Communication and Electronic Sales and Services. They're at the bottom of the truck route, or near the bottom of the truck bypass in Pierre. Comtech will sponsor our opening tip coming up in just a bit. We still have starting lineups coming on the floor, and as we see and hear those here at the gym, we'll continue with our look at what's coming up in Governor Sports. We were talking about the wrestling teams playing wrestling and competing at the Yankton Invitational tomorrow. Boys and girls will be there. We mentioned the Governor girls will have the ESD wrestling meet next Friday, and that's at Huron. The Governor boys, a week from tomorrow, will be hosting the state dual team tournament, and that's something the Governors have been in the last 4 years. They've actually won 2 of those 4 years state championships, but right now the Governor boys wrestlers are 9th in the power rankings, and it's still a question as to whether they'll get a chance to compete in those state dual tournaments, as their dual season came to an end last night with a win over Mitchell, and they also defeated Yankton here on Tuesday night at Riggs High Gym. And then, of course, regions come up. There is Region Girls Wrestling. The Region 3 tournament will be Saturday, February 20th, Friday, February 20th And then the Region 3A tournament will be for the boys on Saturday, February 22nd. Let's say the girls' Region 3 tournament Thursday, February 20th. And then the Region 3A in at Cheyenne Eagle Butte High School for the boys will be Saturday the 22nd. Coverage of that on KGFX throughout the day on the AM side. The Governor Girls Gymnastics Squad is at a state qualifying meet at Watertown tomorrow, starting, I believe, at 11 o'clock, and then Watertown hosts the state tournament next Friday and Saturday. Best of luck to the gymnasts. And Owyhee Capitals hockey hosting Aberdeen for boys tonight, and then Mitchell tomorrow, and then the girls will host Aberdeen tomorrow and Sunday this weekend before matchups with Rushmore for the boys next Friday. Well, the girls will go to Sioux Falls for games on Friday and Saturday. There, you're all caught up with what's going on in Governor Sports and Owyhee Capitals as well. And our Comtech opening tip gets away, and it's run down by Graceland Taylor. Pierre in white on their home floor. Their first shot of the night is an Emery Larson three-pointer on a kick out by Graceland Taylor. Larson reins it in off the front of the rim, but it crawled across and finds its way down, and the Governors strike first a 3-0 lead. Welcome to our coverage of Governor basketball with the girls on River 92.7 for the first time this season. Your home for Pierre Governor girls basketball, your official voice of the Governors. River 92.7, DRGnews.com. Brian Oakland with the play-by-play. Yankton on their first possession of the night. Starving for a victory. They haven't had one yet in 13 tries, but first possession, controlling the clock, controlling tempo, 3 on the shot clock, and a right side 3 ball by September Rao will bounce up off the rim and then hit the strap on the basketball structure above it. That'll be ruled out of bounds. So Yankton moving the basketball well, but couldn't get that shot to fall. 3-0 Governors, first minute gone by here as the Govs move from left to right. Again, home white for the Govs with the green numbers and trim. Yankton in road red with white numbers and trim. Dribble to the free throw line, and Lennox Dupree will dump one off underneath to Addison Soma. That's off the glass on the left side and good for 2. A 5-0 Governors start. Here's 6-5 on the season so far. Another 3 for the Gazelles out on the right wing. Shot will not go. Graceland Taylor with the rebound. Nora Kraske. I mentioned Sabrina Kraske is the starter. It is Nora Kraske, a 5'6 junior, who is starting. Sabrina is also on the roster, but not in the starting lineup. Left side, Emery Larson. Up top, Addison Soma. Now Graceland Taylor to the cutter underneath. Larson trying to get down underneath, but it's ruled out of bounds, last touched by Yankton. Eden Wolfgram. A little half-hearted disagreement with that ruling, but the Governors have 15 on the shot clock as they'll inbound. Larson to Dupree all alone. Somebody lost track of Addison Soma, and she gets an easy bunny underneath the basket. The Governors score the first 7 in the first 2 minutes of this contest. Wolfgram across the timeline. Some pretty good point guard effort shown so far. Here's that freshman Rao, September Rao, tipped pass, but the pass comes out to the left side, near side, and it is Wolfgram who will put the three-pointer down. Rao with the assist. Yankton on the board for the first time, 7-3 Governors. Looking for more. Here's Taylor to the far side. Up top, Larson to Soma. Now Graceland Taylor, right wing. And there's another 3 for the Governors. Graceland Taylor, as capable as anybody of raining them down here for the Pierre Governor girls. 10-3. Here counters a 3 for Yankton with one of their own. Taylor knocks a dribble away from Wolfgram. It's out of bounds right at the scorer's table at the half-court spot. And Yankton will get it in. Once again, if you're watching this at drgnews.com, you see the Gazelles in red heading right to left across the timeline. Shout out to this Governor crowd, a huge crowd here at Riggs High Gym to watch the girls play it out tonight. 3 on the right side. It's up no good. Backside rebound to Soma. The miss there for Nora Kraske once again. Yankton 1 out of 4 on the floor. All attempts from outside the arc. Here resetting the offense. Dupree goes left side to Taylor. They'll stay up top now to Soma. Soma gets around a defender. No, loses her dribble. It's a pickup by Wolfgram, and she'll take it the distance. Little hook on the layup, but it is up and in, and Eden Wolfgram has all 5 for the Gazelles. Turnover into 2 points for Yankton. First turnover committed by the Governors. 4:20 to go, quarter number 1. 10-5. Now Dupree running into the area of Kelson Wells, the 5'8 junior. But she'll be called for the reach. And her first personal foul, the first whistle. And a ding against either team tonight. Taylor to inbound with that fresh shot clock. Emery Larson to the near side and Grace Richter. Back up top, step back, 3. Lennox Dupree is good. 13-5. The Governors by 8 halfway through quarter number 1. Here's that trapping defense by the quickness of the guards of the Governor girls. And on the drive goes September Rao. Splitting defenders. We've got a reach. Kim Zimmerman will make the ruling that Emery Larson guilty of her first personal foul. So 2 shots coming here for Rao and the Gazelles. 3:58 as the clock stops in quarter number 1. Rao, calm, cool, collected on her first attempt. I will say this, and what I've seen from this winless Yankton team so far, they look very capable. Governors are 3 for 3 from outside the arc, and that's a big reason why they've rolled up 13 points already. But Rao gets the second free throw, and it's 13-7. Coach Blake Savvy talked about how these Gazelles have been able to play at least good first halves against some really good competition in South Dakota this season. Taylor fumbled, throws it all the way across, far side and near. Dupree wanted 3 again. It's no good. Soma battles for the rebound, but Wolfgram will be the one to bring it down for the Gazelles. The first miss from distance for the Govs tonight in 4 tries. Now inside the arc. Here's a shot up. That's off the mark. No good. That's Jocelyn Elwood. Larson down with the rebound. She'll get it to Dupree again. Another crack at a 3, but that's no good. The rebound is tipped. And Yankton, the last to touch the Governors, will get to keep it. 3:17 to go in the first. 13-7 Governors as Taylor inbounds from the Gazelles bench into Larson. Governors with some quick ball movement at times so far. Their passing has been really good to this point in the first period. They're looking for Dupree again. Rao saw it coming. She tips the pass, but Dupree goes to get it loosely. The loose ball picked up. Now Taylor penetrates. Here comes Richter off the left block. It's knocked away. She still has it. She bounces one out to Larson. Emery for 3, no good. Soma again trying to keep it alive. And we will have a jump ball ruled, and it will be Yankton basketball. So the Governors 0 for their last 3 after hitting their first 5 field goal attempts of the night and rolling up 13 points. Soma will check out. Molly Olson, the 5'6 sophomore, is on for the first time for the Govs. Of course, Pierre will press. Richter on Wolfgram, the point guard, makes her move across the timeline and gets it to Jocelyn Elwood. Back to Wolfgram. Here is Rao. And Wolfgram again. Governors doubling up the ball handler pretty much wherever they go. Now down to the corner. Elwood, single covered. Here in a 2-3 zone. Elwood's open for 3 now in the corner. That one rims in and out. No good. Tough break for Jocelyn Elwood. Olson down with a Governor rebound. Pierre left to right across the timeline, looking to add to a 6-point advantage. Here's Dupree. He'll get it to Olson. Free throw line, spots up, but shot not available. She penetrates a bit, comes back to Taylor. Graceland fires a 3, but that one came up short. Now up ahead, Yankton mishandling the pass. And they'll turn it over for the first time as that one goes out of bounds. Just under 2 minutes left in quarter number 1. Yankton starting 5, all still out there here throughout the first period. Here's offense. Has gone a little bit cold on their last few possessions. Dupree will try to change that in front of the free throw line. Shot up no good, but Richter with an offensive board and fouled in the act on the way back up. Grace Richter will go to the free throw line for the first time for the Governors tonight. Rouse first personal for Yankton. Richter, who had a head injury, maybe concussion symptoms, and had to break protocol here, missed a couple of ball games, including that O'Gorman contest First free throw here, no good, but her first game back was Tuesday. And like Coach Kirk Bebout said, same old grace. Came back and still again was an important piece of that puzzle. Richter gets the second free throw, 1 out of 2, and it's 14-7 Governors. Minute and a half to go, quarter number 1. Here's Richter hounding the ball handler. Wolfgram gets the pass to Wells. Outside to Kraske. No shot available because Dupree got there quickly. Now 15 on the shot clock. Yankton trying to keep it in play. On the move is Wolfgram to the free throw line, and the kick out here to Rao. That was on line, but much too strong. Still kept alive on the backside, Wells, but now her pass will be stolen by Richter. So we'll head the other way, and the Governors have it again. Here's Larson for 3. That's too strong. Rao rebounds for the Gazelles. A lot of three-pointers going to be attempted, we expect, from both teams tonight. And neither team disappointing as far as that goes. Kraske tries one here for the Gazelles. Governor Boy's crowd are in effect here. And they're ready to explode, it seems. Here's Olsen underneath. And she makes the move. Left-handed bunny attempt is no good, but she is fouled. Mike Pooley making the call here, and Kelson Wells will pick up her second personal for Yankton. Third team foul. As we're in the final minute of quarter number 1. 14-7, Governors came out smoking, hitting 5 of their first 5, including 3 from long range. And actually they are since on the floor 0 for 6. But Molly Olsen gets 2 free throws here. The first one is good. Here 2 out of 3 from the stripe. Next substitution for the Governors brings Graceland Taylor out. Jasmine Yost, 5'3" junior guard, is in. Second free throw for Olsen is also good. 2 for 2 for the sophomores. 16-7. Trapping defense in the backcourt. Tip pass. It's out of bounds to the Governor's student body. It'll still belong to Yankton. Student body, by the way, in a whiteout theme. And then you've got the youngsters up above the high school student body, and they've got similar green T-shirts, some in black as well. And they're well organized up there, too. And there's even some youth girls players in their white basketball jerseys tonight. Got a foul on the floor that goes against the Governors, and Grace Richter picks up number 1. Second team foul for the Governors. 28 ticks to go. Here in the first period, the inbound comes to Jocelyn Elwood. She'll find Wolfgram with Dupree defending. Now on the right side, Kraske goes down to the baseline. She runs herself into a trap, and here comes Dupree to induce a jump ball, and that will be a turnover as the Governors have the alternating possession. That's the kind of defense that stifles Governor opponents, and with 17 seconds left, Coach Kirk Bebout going to try to set something up to close out quarter number 1. He'll call the Coca-Cola timeout. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We're back in 30 seconds with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Petition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a beautiful...
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Governors off to a fine start here in our opening quarter of play, even though they're still looking for their first field goal in a while. Down to 10 seconds coming out of that Coca-Cola break in the action. Here's Jasmine Yost. Backdoor cut. Dupree. It's up and in with 2 seconds to go. That's a good finish to the first period. And on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Pierre Governors lead the Yankton Gazelles by a double figures now. It's 18-7. Governors in front. Scoreboard's brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As we take a 60-second timeout, we'll go to quarter number 2 next. You're listening to Governor Girls Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, DRGnews.com.
Vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards?
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Came with 2 seconds left in the Lennox Dupree layup. The Governors lead the Gazelles 18-7, but Yankton has the opening possession of our second quarter of play. All 5 starters still out there for Yankton, but a good start to September Rao will feed to Eden Wolfgram. And Wolfgram has 7 of the 9 on the board for the visiting Gazelles so far. Yankton just 2 of 9 in that first period, only 1 of 2 from inside the arc. Here goes Dupree. Although the route to the basket closed off, she'll find Larson. Larson with a quick fire 3 here. No good. September Rao down with the rebound. Yankton heading back right to left across the timeline. Swing it over. A 3 for Wolfgram from the wing. It's no good. And Molly Olson still in there for the Governors will collect another rebound. Yankton was 1 of 7 from long range in the first quarter of play. Here's Larson to Grace Richter. Top of the key now. Dupree again, left side, crosses over, picks her dribble up, and a dangerous pass, and actually it's stolen by Kelson Wells. Kelson 1-on-2, and she's still looking for a shot on the right block. Wisely kicks it back out as everybody else had caught up. Good job hustling back for the Governors after their second turnover of the night. Here's passing on the 3 is Wells. Very patient effort. She'll pass it inside instead. And a nice job there by Kelson Wells to find September Rao for the easy bunny. Yankton with the first 4 of quarter number 2, and they trail by 7 now. It's 18-11. 6:15 to go. We're in the first quarter. Miscommunication between Olson and Dupree. And Molly Olson tosses one over the top of Dupree and right on out of bounds on the near side. So a couple of turnovers by the Governors to start the second period. As Yost and Olson will check out, the Governors refortify their starting 5 as Taylor and Richter will check back in. Or Soma. Gracelyn Taylor and Addison Soma are the 2 that back in. Richter was already in. Here's Rao outside to Elwood. Jocelyn Elwood for 3. Backside rebound pulled down off the miss by Taylor. Rebound, or actually the pass tipped, but then Taylor goes up to get it. Gets it to Dupree. She'll penetrate all the way to the paint. Feed underneath to Addie Soma. And Soma is up and good for another 2. Addison Soma 3 for 3 on the floor tonight. The Governor lead is 9. 20-11. As Wolfgram tries to split defenders, but she's tripped up, I believe, by Taylor. Soma's in the area too, but Gracelyn Taylor will pick up her first personal foul. Kim Zimmerman says this one's on the floor, though, so no free throws coming. Yankton will throw in off the right side of the key. 0-13 on the season. Yankton, a young squad. I'll say it again, though. I mean, they show ability. They have shown ability in this game. It's just a matter of getting some consistency for 4 full quarters. As Haley Schulte, 5'6" senior, is on for the Gazelles here. Her pass was tipped and knocked away by Taylor. Now Rao will inbound off the end of the Governor bench. She gets it into Wolfgram, looking for a high screen. Taylor got around that, but a nice crossover by Wolfgram to get rid of Gracelyn Taylor. Shot on the run is up, no good. Richter down with the rebound. She doesn't have the numbers, so she'll pull it back out. Here's Dupree, left side up top, and she's into the lane. has to stop and pivots, and the shot up no good. That's a little bit short. The rebound again down to Yankton, and Rao hearing the air ball calls as she airballed a 3 at the end of the first quarter. All the way up the floor. She goes the distance here and will collect free throw opportunities, and suddenly Graceland Taylor has picked up a second quick personal foul for the Governors. 5 minutes even to play as the clock stops. Second period, Rao 2 for 2 on her first trip. Back at the free throw line, reins in this one. Taylor checks out for Pierre. Jasmine Yost back on. Pierre lead is 8. Rao looking for one more to cut it to 7. She's got that. It's 20-13. Yankton a little bit better than the Govs so far here in quarter number 2. Dupree to set things up here, back on the attack. Here's Richter. Dupree quickly to Soma in the lane. Extra pass down to the baseline, but Emery Larson from 6 feet out on the left side rims it in and out. That's no good. Larson hit her first shot of the night. That was from long range, but has missed 4 in a row since. A lot easier said than done, especially when you're supposed to be a heavy favorite, like it is the case here for the Governors. Wolfgram has another opportunity for a 3. That's a banger off the rim, no good. She got her own long rebound and then drives right side, and she'll lay it up and in instead. Eden Wolfgram doing most of the scoring for the Gazelles. It's 20-15. Here's Larson trying to get 3 again. That won't go. And September Rao has yet another rebound. Rao up the floor. Here is Schulte. Fakes the 3. Wolfgram to a clapping Nora Kraske, but no shot available. Yankton still with it. Here comes Elwood on the drive, but there's a tip and a takeaway by Larson. Emery crossing over right side, and the layup is good against Haley Schulte. Good play, Emery Larson, the 5'5 junior. Struggling a little bit with the shot since she made her first one, but she got a high percentage shot to go that time. Govs by 7, 22-15, after leading by 11 at the end of one quarter of play. Rao lost her balance as she takes a pass on the baseline, throws it back in play, but right off the knee of Addie Soma and out of bounds. It'll be a Yankton throw-in coming up as Elwood checks out. Kelson Wells back in for Yankton. Yankton's only gone to the bench one time, so just 6 deep so far. The Governors have had 2 players off the bench in play. Here's Wolfgram on the right baseline. Out top, September Rao. Long 3 from the top of the key. It's no good. Off the back of the rim. High rebound pulled down by Emery Larson. Larson's got it back. She'll spot up again. This one is halfway down, and it comes back out. Rao with another rebound for Yankton. 22-15. An ankle-breaking move here for Wolfgram. She'll spot up and hit the 2 from the free throw line. Eden Wolfgram can score. She's got 11 points out of the 17 for the Gazelles on the board. Here's Yost to Dupree. Lennox from the free throw line. Spot up 2 is good. Lennox Dupree. You can call her the stopper, I think, for the Governors. When the Govs need a basket, usually Lennox able to provide. Yankton quickly up the floor, past the pressure, but the shot no good from long range here. The miss by Kraske, who was 0 for 5. Now 3 on 2, and a nice kiss off the glass from the Lennox Dupree feed to Emery Larson. This 2 is up and good from the left side, and we've got a foul in half court. It'll go to Jasmine Yost. Every time I see somebody put a little baby jumper off the glass from an angle, from close range, I just want to go up and pat him on the back. Absolutely love to see things like that. The Governor lead is 9. We've got 2:06 to play, second quarter, and a timeout's taken by Blake Savvy and the Yankton Gazelles. Timeout brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades: Back Late, No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux and Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step for better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Jim, first timeout used by the Yankton Gazelles. Timeouts brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre as we're under the 2-minute mark here in our first half of play. Yankton setting up for three in the corner. Kraske unable to hit, or check it, that was Elwood. But underneath, Wells comes down with the rebound, although the Governors, with Wells falling down, able to grab that basketball and induce another jump ball. And Pierre will take it from there with the possession arrow. 26-17 and what was 18-7 at the end of one quarter of play. Yankton has the offensive advantage. There's an Olsen pass that is stolen by Wolfgram. And Wolfgram challenging Dupree on the other end of the floor. She'll pick up the foul and head to the free throw line. Lennox Dupree with her first personal. Olsen tried to pass that ball back to Dupree on the top of the key. She just didn't see Eden Wolfgram standing right in her way. So Wolfgram to shoot two. That first one is up and good. Addie Soma checking in. Molly Olsen out for the Governors. Graceland Taylor still on the bench with 2 fouls. Other than that, Jasmine Yost, the only non-starter on the floor for Pierre. Second free throw good for Wolfgram. Pierre might have had a lane violation if that one hadn't been made. Doesn't matter. It's a 7-point ball game. Governors lead 26-19. Dupree to Larson, back to Lennox Dupree. Now Soma, turnaround shot, tougher than it looked. And that one is good. Addie Soma, 4 out of 4 here in the paint. 28-19, the lead is 9 again. Wolfgram across the timeline. Kraske, near side, finds Elwood, and a quick kick back to Wells out on the left wing. Now Haley Schulte up top. Wells again, hounded. We've got a kick of the basketball here by Emery Larson. With 55 seconds to go, Yankton will throw in from the side. Mention the crowd, I'll say it again. Both sides are pretty full. Got to hand it to the Governor crowd for coming out. I've saw a lot of girls' games over the years where Pierre had good teams, but they just didn't get the crowds to fill in. Wolfgram tried a left-handed scoop, a little bit out of control, caught on the fly by Emery Larson. And Wolfgram trying to get it back she induces a jump ball. Grace Richter was ready to throw it in, so I thought maybe there was a foul called, but it was a jump ball, which I thought should have been the case, and Yankton gets the takeaway. Here's Wolfgram inbounding to Kraske. She'll step inside the arc. Shot is up, no good. Wolfgram has it on the backside. And now a Larson takeaway here. Up ahead it goes with Grace Richter. She'll use up her dribble, though, early and give it back to Lennox Dupree. Shot clock is off. We're under 20 seconds to go. The Govs will try to get up to a double-digit lead again, which they had at the end of one quarter. Dupree for 3. No, that's off the mark. No good. And I believe Soma's the last to touch here. It will be Yankton ball with most of 8 seconds to go. Sometimes Lennox just decides on a whim to shoot those threes, and sometimes they're not online. Sometimes they'll swish right on through. That was one of the not online efforts. Here's Wolfgram trying to go the distance. No good. A Soma rebound will close it out for the Governors, who will take a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. Your Gales Gas Service scoreboard at halftime. It's Pierre 28, Yankton 19. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. And that'll send us into halftime, which is brought to you as well by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial. You'll find them in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. 28-19 Governors lead here at Riggs High Gym. Let's take a 3-minute timeout, and our Wealth Partners halftime break is next. You're listening to Governor Basketball, your official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Mayor Price advised.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start technology. You'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Attention truck drivers. If you have a CDL and are looking for a new team, look no further than Grossenberg Implement. They're looking for a driver who can handle truck and trailer maintenance while moving oversized machinery and equipment safely between dealership and customer locations. Some mechanical skills and a CDL are required. You'll be home most nights and enjoy competitive pay and benefits as part of the Grossenberg team. For more on this position and many others, visit grossenberg.com/employment for more details.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses. And quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group
Welcome
Sports.
back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Mitchell leading Sturgis 30-21. Pretty good game there toward the tail end of the first half. And O'Gorman leads Stevens 24-22. Huron and Spearfish, no report on that. Same for Brandon Valley and Rapid City Central. Later on out west, St. Thomas More out of Class A will play the Douglas Patriots. We're underway in the second half. The first possession controlled by the Pierre Governors and brought to you by Comtech, your communication and electronic sales and service center. We're on the truck bypass in Pierre. It's an Emery Larson three-pointer that gets the Governors going, just the way it happened in the first half. Governors have their biggest lead of the night with that first long one down. It's a 12-point advantage, 31-19, as Eden Wolfgram challenges two Governor defenders. Soma will knock the pass away out of bounds. Eden Wolfgram and the Yankton Gazelles left to right now here in the second half as you watch this one at drgnews.com, or just visualize it as you stare off into space and envision how things are going. Hopefully you're able to do that with our call here. With it was Jocelyn Elwood. She'll get it into Nora Kraske, and we'll have a foul called on the floor. Kraske caught underneath the basket, tried to dribble out of there, but Addison Soma guilty of a push, and that is her first personal on the night. First team foul for the Governors. Wolfgram also in there with Kelson Wells, September Rao, the freshman, Nora Kraske, and Jocelyn Elwood. And out of bounds, a ruling here. Still Yankton basketball. Governors out there with Grace Richter, Grayson Taylor, Lennox Dupree, Emery Larson, all guards, and Addison Soma, the forward on the post. 19 on the Yankton shot clock as we continue. Wells on the drive, Soma giving chase, kick out to Nora Kraske, wants three, no good. And Dupree is there for the rebound. Kraske struggling from outside. Here's Larson looking for two in a row. Right wing off opportunity here, though. No good. And Wolfgram down with the rebound. Wolfgram crosses over, drives in the left-handed scoop. No good. As Emery Larson denies the layup, Larson will pick up her second personal. Wolfgram's doing a good job getting around some defenders. She's found herself in space a time or two. She had an open lane here. Larson late to help out, perhaps. The foul called. Wolfgram at the free throw line, and she's got her first free throw home. 31-20 our score. 6:42 to go, third quarter. First miss from the free throw line tonight on this second effort. Graceland Taylor will rebound for the Governors. 7 out of 8 on the line for Yankton. Dupree on the move, score it. The layup is good. She picks up a foul along the way, and the reach from Nora Kraske. And Lennox Dupree will go to the free throw line with a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. Speaking of old-fashioned, when the boys' teams played on Tuesday night, it really was what felt like an old-fashioned ESD knockdown, drag-out, physical type of a ball game. It was actually kind of something for those who have been, for those of us who have been around a long time, something that really kind of took me back in particular. Yankton breaks pressure, a scooping layup for September Rao, rims in and out. It's no good. Dupree down with the rebound. She'll push it ahead to Grace Richter. Richter drives into the lane, and she is fouled in the act of shooting by Kelson Wells. And here early in the third period, Kelson Wells will pick up her third personal foul. The Pierre lead has grown to 14 now, 34-20. They'll look to add to that. And Richter's first free throw is good. So Wells will check out with those three fouls. Haley Schulte, 5'6" senior, the first sub in for Blake Savvy and his Yankton Gazelles. Second free throw. Richter will not go. Soma battling for the rebound. It is Rao who is lobbying and says Dupree was the last to touch. And she actually, I don't know if she sold that, but she was pretty adamant about it. It'll be Yankton basketball. Meanwhile, a timeout first taken by the Gazelles. Their second used in this one, 35-20. The Governors lead by 15 with 6:14 to play, third quarter. A 30-second Coke break brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling, and you're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by and touchdown. Here's Olsen. Plenty of time. 3 seconds. Gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
No good. Gets her own rebound, and then it's back up and in, and then a foul called. So Lennox Dupree with a stat patter there. The offensive rebound and the putback. The foul this time will go to September Rao, her second. And the recurring theme for the Gazelles, according to our conversation with Coach Savvy earlier, is Dupree hits her second three-point play free throw of this third period. The recurring theme has been good play in the first half, but teams have gotten away from them in the second half. And that appears to be what the Governors are in the process of trying to do right now. 9-point halftime lead has turned into an 18-point third quarter lead. A traveling violation called against the Gazelles. Give it back to the Governors. Turnover number 6 for Yankton. Governors will slow it up a little bit here. Playing catch, swinging around, right to left to Larson. Now Richter, back up to Dupree. Chewing up some shot clock here, looking for a pass inside. There's Soma, the turnaround shot this time, no good, as Rao pulls down the rebound. Soma was 4 for 4 in the game before that. Here's Wolfgram for 3. That won't go. Dupree is there to pull it down, and the Governors head right to left here, but Wolfgram will try to cut in front of Dupree to get a steal. That will end up in a foul called. Kim Zimmerman, Mike Pulik, and Eric Donat, tonight's game officials. It was Mr. Zimmerman making the call on that one, coming from the Aberdeen area. 38-20 our score. Here's Larson. She goes all the way across the floor on the pass. As Dupree's 3 rims in and out, no good, but it's kept alive on a good hands play and just a longer arm play for Addie Soma, who gets the second chance basket. Now a 20-point lead for the first time tonight for the Governors. As Kraske tries a 3. Nothing but net, but it was short and hit the net under the rim as it turned out. And with Soma catching it underneath, she'll be hounded by 3 Gazelles, one of whom will be guilty of the foul. And this is number 5 for Yankton already in the third period. We're just at the 4:48 mark of the quarter. And that will be number 3 for September Rao. And again, I'm going to, you try to find all the positives you can when things aren't going so well. And I give Yankton some credit. They've got some players. It's a very young team. But really, look out for these players in the near future. Sophomore Eden Wolfgram and freshman September Rao. They've done all the scoring for Yankton tonight. But Rao now with 3 fouls, if she should have to check out for any length of time, obviously that won't be a good situation for the Gazelles. 2 for 2 on the free throw line in the bonus for Addie Soma, who's having quite a game. She's got 12 points now. And the Governors lead 42-20. The Governor defense continues to hound. And Yankton will take a timeout to try to settle things down. 4:43 to play, another 30-second break. Brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. We're back in 30. You're listening to Pierre Governor Girls Basketball.
At Black Hills, Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Back at Riggs High Gym, 42-20. The Governors right now on a 14-1 start to the third quarter that's helped build this lead up to as big as it is right now, as big as it's been all night. Pierre led 18-7 at the end of one. It was Yankton outscoring Pierre 12-10 in that second period. In the meantime, Brian Oakland play-by-play. It's Governors at home against Yankton tonight. The Govs will be on the road down to the metro area for the third time in what will be their last 4 games when they take on the T area Titans tomorrow. We'll be at T, 2:30 pregame, 3 o'clock with the opening tip here on River 92.7 tomorrow. Back-to-back Governor girls games on the FM without the boys getting any playing time. There's a nice-looking 3 ball from September Rao on the right wing. She stepped back well off the arc to hit the second from long distance for the visitors tonight. 42-23 now. First field goal of the second half for Yankton. Here's Dupree in the lane. Shot is up and good from 10 feet out. Lennox with 8 points in the quarter now. She's got 15 to lead all scorers. Yankton across the timeline, left to right. Rao gets around Richter, scoops after taking a bump from Soma. Shots off the mark, no good, but 2 more free throws coming for the freshman. And Soma will pick up her second personal. Here with 3 players with 2 fouls each. Nobody's got 3 yet. Kelson Wells and the young lady at the line, September Rao, do have 3 each for Yankton. Rao's free throw is good. That's her 10th point on the night. Second one is also up and good. 6 for 6 on the line for the youngster. And it's 44-25. 19-point advantage. The Governors did lead by 22 a moment ago. Here's Richter inside. Molly Olson back in there. She'll get an extra pass down to the corner, and Emery Larson with a hand in her face will rein in her third 3 of the night. Governors back up by 22 again, 47-25. Under 3.5 to play. We're in the third period. Started a little bit late with senior night festivities here at Riggs High Gym. A Rao 3 is too strong. Caught by Olson on the backside. Here's Dupree dribbling between the legs. And, boy, Pierre got the basketball just enough. Olson came in to help out and collect it while Pierre is calling a timeout. The Governors fortunate to keep the basketball here. 3:09 to play. We'll take 30 for the Governors in this Coca-Cola timeout as well. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
As a specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at GrahamTire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnell with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. They're back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Governors keeping the possession here with the timeout, using their second of the evening. 3:05 to play, third quarter. Governors with that 22-point advantage, looking for more as Molly Olson drives, but a good job defensively by Jocelyn Elwood. Olson keeps the possession alive, feeds to Taylor. Taylor's little baseline shot, though, too strong. Rao with the rebound. And up ahead it goes and gets away from Wolfgram, and the Gazelles will lose it out of bounds. Turnover number 7 on the night. Wolfgram defending against Lennox Dupree. In her face, literally, but they'll lob it across. Dupree gets a running start. She'll penetrate, kick out to Taylor. 3 ball, no good. Soma, offensive rebound, saves it back into the hands of Taylor. Now inside it goes, and a shot up here for Jordan Kirky for the Governors, who just snuck into that last timeout. Yankton had the rebound, and Wolfgram will drive and score on the left side. Eden Wolfgram now with 16 points to lead all scorers. Lennox Dupree with 15 to lead the Governors. Kirky again in there, the 5'6" sophomore. showing some good things of late. Here's Dupree getting hooked and fouled by Nora Kraske on the floor. And that will put Dupree to the free throw line. The Governors have been in the bonus for the last couple of minutes of game time. Lennox Dupree at the stripe. Lennox, her third year as the starting point guard of this Governor team. And with the exits of the Governor seniors from last year, there's no question who the leader of this team has become. Lennox's first free throw is good. Of course, she's got a good senior supporting cast in Richter and Taylor and Soma in that starting lineup as well. Here on senior night, Lennox's second free throw good. 17 in the game now as Taylor looks to come in for a steal, but we'll have to laugh this one off as she is called for the foul. We mentioned earlier, Carly Malm, a 5'8 senior who was unable to play, but is honored on senior night tonight as well. Taylor's third personal, first Governor with that many on the night. 153 on the throw-in for Yankton. They'll work it inside, and a nice drive for Kelson Wells, who will score over the top of Jordan Kirky. Good for two, 49-29 to update the score. The Governors still lead by 20. Kirky gives off to Dupree, tries to set a screen. She was wide open underneath, really wanted the ball, but the Governors will get a three ball instead. Soma feeding Graceland Taylor, hitting her second bomb of the night. She has 6, and it's 52-29, the newest, biggest lead of the night. Taylor defending, and Wolfgram stopped in her tracks to try to draw a foul. There's a tip by Taylor, but the pass is pulled in by Wells instead. Reset the offense here. Wolfgram tries to drive on the penetration. The kick out comes to Elwood. She'll step inside the arc, but the shot a little bit short from 12. Dupree rebounds. Get it underneath here to Soma. Contested shot. 3 bounces on the rim, and it's up and good. And Addison Soma continues to impress tonight. 54-29. The lead now to 25 in the final minute of our third quarter of play. Wells picks her dribble up top of the key. Taylor reaches for it, but Wells gets it back to Wolfgram. And they'll reset from there. Now they go to Wells again, near side. To September Rao. Driving against Dupree, but she'll try to dump it down to Wolfgram in the corner. That pass a little too high. And it'll go out of bounds. It's Governor ball for the last 22 seconds of the third period. September Rao checks out. And somebody new is onto the floor for Yankton. I'm not able to see the number as of yet. Might be their other senior, Olivia Chipman. And that is who it is, the 5'10 senior. On the floor for the first time. Here's Dupree to Taylor, near side. 6 seconds on our third quarter game clock. Soma looking to drive. Thought somebody was underneath for the Governors, but the only one there is Kelson Wells, who gets a cheap steal as the third quarter ticks away. A good quarter at that for the Pierre Governors as they'll up their lead to 25 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's the Governors 54 and the Yankton Gazelles 29. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. As we return in 60 seconds, it'll be quarter number 4. You're listening to Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Wagner Auto Company. To do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePier.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Here we go to the fourth quarter. Brian Oakland with the call. It's 54-29, a 26-point period. for the Pierre Governors as they outscore the Gazelles 26-10 in the third. But Yankton has the opening possession of the fourth. A nice drive by Wolfgram, but a nicer blocked shot by Lennox Dupree. Lennox goes right to left across the timeline, looking to get it underneath to Addie Soma, but it's knocked away out of bounds. Pierre will get a throw in off the right side of the key. Jasmine Yost will check in. She'll get it into Emery Larson. Larson sat for a spell in that third period. Here's Soma in the paint. Out to Yost again. Now Larson with a deep three. NBA range, in fact. It's off the front of the rim. No good, but Jordan Kirky will hustle down an offensive rebound. The Governors will get a reset. It was 28-19 at halftime, but the Governor offense exploded in that third period. Here's Kirky, top of the key. She'll stop, spin, pop. That's short. Yost with the catch underneath, though. Now back to Dupree, to Kirky, but a foul is called, and this will be on the floor. First of the quarter for Yankton. And Kelson Wells, the guilty party. That's a big one for her, though. It's number 4 for Kelson Wells. Olivia Chipman, who ended the third, started the fourth, but she checks out. Haley Schulte back on for her third tour of duty for Yankton tonight. First minute gone by in the fourth. Backdoor cut here for Yost. The extra pass, and Kirky is up and good for 2. Jasmine Yost wanted to drive. I thought she was going to go all the way, but suddenly there was not one but 2 defenders for Yankton there helping out. But Yost makes the nice extra pass. Very good composure for Jasmine Yost and not turning it over. Instead, she gets the assist. 56-29. Now we've got a jump ball, and the Governors will have the possession arrow. Turnover for Yankton this time, and we're going to start seeing people shuffle in and out, maybe with some more regularity. Soma checks out. Kirky with a good trip on the floor. She's out. Molly Olson in for the Governors. And Gracelyn Taylor back on for Pierre as well. 56-29, the Governors by 27. Here at Riggs High. Here is Yost. Leaving it with Olson, and as she pivots, she'll back her way in, but travel with it. It's only the second giveaway by the Govs here in the second half. They've got 7 turnovers overall. Once again, Saturday afternoon ball down at T area tomorrow. The Govs and the Titans will play for the first time ever in girls hoops. Of course, they played some volleyball this year as well. The Governor boys have already played T area. Here stepping in front of a pass, knocking it away, but Yankton keeping it alive. 15 on the shot clock. Driver to the free throw line. And the shot put up and good from 15 for September Rao. 56-31. Yankton back within 25. Dupree down the lane looking for the answer, and she's got it. Lennox Dupree with 19. Scored 20 at Harrisburg 3 nights ago. 19 in this one so far. Here's Rao behind the back dribble to keep it in play. She'll move it up to Schulte, who will drive. The running left-hander, though, no good. And the Governors are down with the rebound. Still with it. Larson, coast to coast. Layup from off the block is up and good. And Emery Larson with the basket. And the Governors will call a timeout here. Kirk Bebout might just want to exchange some personnel. It's a timeout brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre at the 5:10 mark of the third period. And we'll take a 60-second break along with them on the floor as well. 60-31, the Governors lead the Yankton Gazelles here on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Governors starters are all out of the game now. Two players who have had significant minutes off the bench are still in for Pierre. That is Jasmine Yost and Jordan Kirky. Yankton's got some new people in there as well. Lucy Johnson, one of them, a 5'4" sophomore who just attempted a three-pointer from the right corner. That's no good. Yankton will lose it out of bounds. Yankton still has September Rao on the floor as well as Kelson Wells. A couple of starters in there. Sabrina Kraske on for the first time tonight. Here is Marina Bushbaum in there for the Governors, and a pass across the baseline, across the lane to Molly Olson. And Molly's first field goal of the evening is good from 10 feet out on the left side. Governors lead by 31 now, so for the first time, Pierre is up by 30, and we will have running clock on the mercy rule the rest of the way. 4:20 counting down fourth quarter. Here's Kraske on the move. Shot is up and good for Sabrina Kraske, the 5'6" junior. Right to left across the timeline. Mackenzie Flottmeyer in for the first time, along with Marina Bushbaum. Here is Jasmine Yost still in there, and Jordan Kirky back in for the second time. So there's two new players on the floor since that timeout, Flottmeyer and Bushbaum. Kirky to Yost. Jasmine up top, picks up the dribble. It's Olson for three. Swish it. Molly Olson for three. And a stoppage of play as Eric Donat will let a couple of Yankton subs in. Olson with the swish, 5 points in the quarter, 7 in the game, 65-33. The lead to 30-plus again. And the reason that Eric Donat did what he did to stop the clock was because we do have a running clock now. But the official play stoppage is good enough to stop the clock there. It's a Molly Olson steal here. Left side layup is blocked by September Rao. Olson no good that time. Taken away by the Gazelles. Now Kraske wants three. It's online, but it's off the front of the rim. No good. Chipman's going for a rebound, but loses a handle on it, and it's Kirky taking it instead. Back to the Governors. Here's Bushbaum up and in. What a nice feed. Might have been Flottmeyer on the feed, but Marina Bushbaum, daughter of a Governor Hall of Famer, gets her first basket of the night, 67-33. Nice pass underneath. Chipman, nowhere to go. Double covered as she'll get it back out. Now the shot up off the mark, but a foul had something to do with that. Olivia Woods will be going to the free throw line here. Woods is a 5'6" sophomore in for Yankton. So again, a lot of youth for this Yankton squad. Governors have their youth movement in there now as well. Woods off the mark on her first of two opportunities. The foul is whistled on Marina Bushbaum. First personal there. 67-33 with 2:41 to play. Governors will take a 7-5 record to T area tomorrow. As Woods gets the second free throw, we've got a 33-point Pierre lead. Jasmine Yost quickly across the timeline. Pass it back to Bushbaum. She wants one from 18 feet. It's no good. Backing back off, it's Sabrina Kraske with the rebound. Yankton left to right across the timeline. Lucy Johnson setting things up. Kraske back to Woods. Up top, Kirky is defending there. 2:15 to play. Here's Kraske again. This shot is blocked by Molly Olson. She'll get the rebound off the side of the backboard on the miss by Kraske. And at the 2-minute mark, Flottmeyer picks up the dribble. Give and go. Bushbaum gets it back from Olson, but misses on the drive. Got her own rebound. Now back up top to Kirky. A long two, no good. Olson rebounds and scores again. So the Governors keeping things alive there. Couple of offensive rebounds. Now Olsen with a steal, the breakaway, and it's good. Molly Olsen showing her capabilities, and suddenly with 9 points in the quarter, she's got 11 in the ball game. 71-34 might be a season high for the Governors scoring-wise. Minute 20 to play. Governors still defending with a lot of hustle. There's a steal on a takeaway by Mackenzie Flottmeyer. Up ahead as Woods will knock a lead pass away from Bushbaum and out of bounds. But even as the ball goes out of bounds, clock runs as the Governors lead by 30+. We're in the final minute here. Full post game coming up. There's a Jordan Kirky long two from the wing. And that one kissing off the glass. The second field goal for Jordan Kirky. And the Governors have 73 on the board. They only had 28 at halftime. They scored 26 in the third period. They've got 19 more here in the fourth. Loose basketball and a pickup by Yost. Turnover number 13 for the Gazelles. Here's Flottmeyer with a perimeter shot. That's up and good. She was straddling the arc, but everybody getting in on the action here for the Governors as Flottmeyer scores her first two, 75-34. And now Yost, keeping with the quick hands, takes it away from Kraske. And the Governors will be able to dribble out the last few seconds in this ball game. Pierre wins it going away. Yankton with another good first half, but their record remains with all losses in that column. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Governors 75 and the Yankton Gazelles 34. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Plenty to talk about coming up in our Family Dental postgame after a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll give you the full recap, have a coach or a player interview or two. And we'll announce our Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the game, as well as our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game. That's all part of your Family Dental postgame. 3 minutes, you're listening to Governor Basketball. Your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
May Adam Law Firm of Pierre offers superior legal representation. Clients can be assured their legal matter will be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881. Taking care of your vehicle since 1980, TMA and Pierre has been serving Central South Dakota for over 42 years. Owners Bruce and Brenda Lounsbury, owners of the Ultimate Tire Store, have been taking care of customers at TMA for over 30 years. TMA, your hometown-owned business, offers quality service and products. Tires, mufflers, alignments, oil changes, brakes. Call 605-224-6167. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. TMA, next to the Northridge Plaza in Pierre.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Thinking of travel, Pierre Regional Airport offers nonstop flights from Pierre to Denver on Denver Air Connection. From there, you can fly anywhere, book to your destination, and check bags through on United, Delta, or American Airlines. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets to Denver, then connecting to your destination. Save travel time and money, avoid the crowds, and free parking when you fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Skip the drive, fly from Pierre.
Regional Airport, skip the drive.
Looking for a good night's rest and sweet dreams? Slumberland Furniture in Pierre is where to stop. Slumberland carries quality bedding from Tempur-Pedic, Purple, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy Posturepedic. They have adjustable bed bases with many adjustments, so you sleep in the position you like. Sheets and pillows from Slumberland round out your bedding essentials package. So, for sweet dreams and peaceful sleep, be sure to shop Slumberland Furniture on the Truck Bypass in Pierre.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
Good night for a big crowd here at Riggs High Gym. The Pierre Governor girls will send the home crowd happy with a 75-34 victory tonight in a game that, again, kind of a recurring theme for Yankton. They've played some pretty good first halves against some pretty good teams this year, but tonight the Governors just kept that intensity coming at you in that second half, and they really got the offense going. And I think that's where it has really been difficult for the Gazelles in that in the second half. Well, they can't go very deep to their bench. They only played 6 deep in the first half. The starters are out there in the second half, and then I think the Governors just they run the floor so well, and they just continue to run the floor as that's their style of play. A lot like the O'Gorman Knights, who keep pressing and things like that for an entire ball game, as we understand it as well. The Governors with a 26-10 advantage in the third quarter to lead 54-29. And regardless of who was on the floor, whether it was starters who got a couple of minutes in the fourth quarter or that second shift, if you will, they even had a great fourth period as they outscore Yankton 21-5 in our final stanza to win at 75-34 in this one. Governors with a great shooting percentage. I've got them at 58%, going 29 of 50 overall. That includes 18 of 27 in the second half. Overall, they hit 7 of 9, make it 7 of 19 from three-point range, and they shoot free throws pretty well. Also, they go 10 out of 12 from the free throw line. 4 players in double figures for Pierre, as they get 9 players in the scoring column overall. Lennox Dupree, the overall leader, with 19 points. Next in line, Emery Larson will score 15. She dropped 3 threes in this game in 10 tries. Wasn't her best shooting night, but still a good scoring night for Emery. Addison Soma, though, great night inside. She'll finish with 14 points. She was 6 of 7 on the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And Molly Olson, in cleanup duty in that fourth quarter, went off for 9 points, and she finishes with 11. She's the 4th player in double figures. Starters, Gracelyn Taylor with a couple of three-pointers. She'll check in with 6. Grace Richter with a couple of free throws. She'll finish with 2. Other bench players, Jordan Kirky with 4 points, Marina Bushbaum with a couple points, and it was Mackenzie Flotmeyer putting 2 points down as well, as the seniors have been sent up here to talk to us after this one, and we'll get a chance for some player interviews. Meanwhile, Yankton on the floor, 5 of 15 in the second half, and they'll finish 11 of 38 on the floor, 2 of 19 from outside the arc. Sometimes that's what you're relegated to, is trying to hit open shots from the outside, and Yankton, again, just unable to get the offense to go in this one. 11 of 38 on the floor, 2 of 19 outside the arc. 10 of 12, though, they do shoot free throws very well. Their scoring centered around 2 key players. Eden Wolfgram finishes with 16 points, and September Rao, the freshman, with 13. Other than that, Kelson Wells with 2, Sabrina Kraske with 2 off the bench, and Olivia Woods with a free throw down in that fourth quarter. 75-34. The Governors pick up the victory. Let's talk to our first senior of the night on senior night. And a great night for Addison Soma here, adding 14 points. Job well done. And I thought, one thing that you guys do so well all the time, when things are rolling smoothly, you're distributing the basketball. You're kind of padding those assist stats a little bit, and you're the benefactor of that. You're how'd you feel playing inside and getting into double figures tonight? It was a pretty good effort.
Oh, it was awesome. It made me have a lot more confidence, and I love finding open people and getting assists. So, yeah.
And tell me about how it is, because obviously tonight you were able to make these plays, against some tougher competition. I'm sure you're getting banged around quite a bit. It's maybe more physical, but tonight, did you feel like you had a little better body control and in this one and just had a better feel for where the basket was?
Yes, definitely.
How'd you feel like you were able to get open? I mean, was it using just good post-up moves or just the way you move the ball around?
The way we move the ball and then people finding the open people.
Yep. And against Yankton, I mean, this team, they've had their struggles, but they play pretty good defense for much of the game. That first half was pretty difficult. What was the conversation in the halftime break about how you would come out and attack the second half?
We need to start off focused and just finish the game.
Okay. So confidence that you have with the Harrisburg win the other night, what's it going to be going forward, especially when you get right back at it at T area tomorrow?
We need to start off right away, not wait till the second half.
Get a good start? Yeah. Did you feel like you had, a little lack of rhythm, even though you still had a good 28-point first half at all?
Yeah, I think we did. Well, definitely.
All right. Addie, great game. And stick around. I might give you a T-shirt. You never know. So if you got somebody else to hand the headset off to, they all disappeared. Yep. Where's the other seniors on senior night? All right. Well,
they all ran away.
You know what? We'll take a break then. Go ahead and set that down, and we'll see Addie Soma in T area tomorrow as the Governors get the big win over the Addie. Get the big win over the Yankton Gazelles here tonight. Lennox Dupree is up here as well. She's talking to our counterparts for the time being. Maybe she'll come over and chat with us in our Family Dental post game also. Here's the other stats in this one. Rebounding came to be a big stat in the second half in particular. The Governors overall a 31-16 edge and an 8-3 advantage on the offensive glass. Lennox Dupree leads the Govs with 8, but they really spread that rebounding stat around among all players tonight. September Rao with 7 rebounds to lead Yankton. That's a pretty good player, the young freshman for Yankton. They've got a good 1-2 punch with Rao and Wolfgram, but they'll, again, think what Yankton needs is just to get that feel and get a little more consistency as they continue through this season and then work that into the next couple of seasons as well. Here with just 2 turnovers in that second half, 7 overall in the game. The Gazelles with 14 turnovers. And we talked with Addie Soma about ball movement, and that's indicative with 18 total assists for the Governors. Dupree with 6 of those, but a number of Governor players are feeding the basketball in that category as well. Yankton with just 4 assists and only 1 in the second half in this one. 75-34. It's the final. The Governors improved to 7-5 on the season as they go to T area at 2:30 with a pregame 3 o'clock with the off tomorrow right here on River 92.7. We'll look forward to that as Yankton will fall to 0-14 and they go with the Bucks out to Rapid City to take on Stevens next Friday and Rapid City Central on Saturday. Rapid City Central also searching for their first win of the season. So Yankton may have an opportunity in that one coming up. As let's take a 1-minute timeout. Actually, here comes Lennox Dupree, and we'll get her geared up. So we'll keep it here. Our Family Dental post game continuing, and the super senior now, Lennox Dupree. Senior night, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've been around here a long time now. I made the comment, this is your 3rd year starting, but this year, after last year's seniors graduated, I feel like, and obviously you've got a lot of help with the rest of your seniors out there, but do you feel like this is your team and you've, how do you feel you've embraced the leadership role this season? I've been curious to ask you that all season long.
Oh, it's been kind of scary, honestly, but the girls are so fun to play with, and I haven't played with them since 7th grade, so I love playing with them. It's been great. Yeah.
It is, I was just finishing up stats tonight, and I have you guys for 18 assists. When things are going well, you guys are really distributing the basketball well. What's it feel like to be in that kind of a rhythm to go on for a win like this one tonight? It's a tough question,
Yes.
I know, but you've got to. I guess what I'm asking is when how easy it is to play this game when everybody is getting in the mix.
Yes,
I've got
getting
you
in
with
their
6 assists, but the rest of the team is passing the ball very well too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the girls, we all look for each other all the time, and everybody makes the good decisions. They're not forcing anything, so yeah, it's great.
28 points in the first half. Yankton's defending pretty well, but what was it like? And what was the focus of the team to come out and start the second half? Because you really came out just guns blazing and everything was clicking.
Yeah, we mostly just wanted to focus on getting a lot more stops and executing our plays better. Instead, we didn't execute very well in the first half. So
taking over games, and,
Yes.
and I asked Addie the same thing about whatever confidence you're starting to build too, because it was a good win Tuesday night over Harrisburg. You've got T area tomorrow. You've got some winnable games down the stretch. Certainly some opponents that command a lot of respect as well. But what is the focus going forward? Just one game at a time, I imagine.
Yeah, one day at a time, every practice, working hard, getting ready for the next game. And the schedule is going to be pretty tough. So.
And as you come into this weekend, I imagine you're only game planning for Yankton. Did you talk at all about T area? And what do you expect from them tomorrow?
I believe they play zone, and T has some very athletic people, I believe, athletes. So, yeah, we're going to have to work hard in transition. Rebounding, always a big thing. Always talking about rebounding. So, yeah.
Well, and I'll ask you that question too. I got you for 8 boards tonight too. So, how much are you focusing more on just shooting? You got an all-around game going on this year.
Thank you. In practice, every day, rebounding. So just boxing out, and it turns into offense too. If we get a board, everybody's sprinting out and getting in transition. So
that's a big part of the game. So T area, 5-9, but they've got a former T area player playing for South Dakota State.
Yes.
So it's a pretty good program that they've got. Class A up to Class AA. Lennox, great job tonight. We'll see you in T tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.
Lennox Dupree and the Governor girls with a 41-point win. As it turns out, they defeat the Yankton Gazelles tonight. Big plays of the game coming up. Of course, big plays help us, help the Governors to a big win tonight. Big plays are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Let's hear from them and our big plays, or when we come back with more Pierre Governor basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics for those big plays of the game, and again, Yankton did everything they could to stay in a competitive spirit in this game. They had a good first half. They're within single digits at halftime. That's kind of been the way it's been for them a lot, but the consistency offensively just wasn't there in the second half, and even defensively, as we talk to the girls here, Addie Soma, and I think in particular Lennox Dupree, when those guards get going defensively, as they did in this second half, that's when they start to take over basketball games, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. The turnover numbers started mounting. Still only 3 turnovers in the third period for Yankton, but the Governors really got in a rhythm, starting with a 3-pointer from Emery Larson, and she hit another one in the third quarter. Gracelyn Taylor hit a 3, but it was more of just that transition offense. The Governors went to the free throw line. They basically just did everything right. In that third period, they went 8 of 14 on the floor, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. And again, they were pulling down a number of rebounds. In fact, they pulled down 10 rebounds in that third quarter alone. As Lennox Dupree said, rebounding is always key. Well, every coach tells us that too, but at least the players we know are listening as well. All of that, basically your third quarter is tonight's big plays of the game, sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. So with that, we've got decisions to make for player of the game also. Players of the game are sponsored by the folks at Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. And players of the game certainly patting the back of Eden Wolfgram, the starting point guard for Yankton. Pretty good player. She'll be the leader of this team for this year and the next couple of years. She scores 16 tonight in the first half. All the scoring was done by Eden Wolfgram and by September Rao, who's a pretty good-looking freshman. And the way she's able to play in this game, she finishes with 13 points, but a perfect 6 of 6 from the free throw line. She hit a three-pointer, had a pretty drive as well, on a strong move in this contest also. So they get pats on the back, an honorable mention in big plays, or I should say players of the game. We'll talk about the Governor Player of the Game nominees, and we'll announce our Cowboy Country Stores Player of the Game after this break. You're listening, as you listen to this, from Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores Players of the Game, and when you roll up 75 points, you can pick out any of a number of players who are contributing to the Player of the Game discussion. Of course, Lennox Dupree with 19 points leading the way, and the all-around effort of Lennox with 8 boards and 6 assists in this game tonight as well. Certainly pat on the back worthy, and we look ahead to Emery Larson, who has 15 points, also in double figures. And Molly Olson, 11 points off the bench tonight, most of that in mop-up duty in the fourth quarter. But tonight, if the Governors have that guard play, it's a pretty good constant for the Govs, both offensively and defensively. But if they can add 14 points in the paint from Addison Soma, that makes them extremely dangerous, in my opinion, and that's the case here tonight. Addie Soma, 6 of 7 on the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She is our player of the game in this one, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Got her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments, helping the Governors to a 75-34 victory tonight. The Govs move to 7-5 on the season. Player of the game, Addie Soma, sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. So the Govs move on, and they're on the road to T area tomorrow. Speaking of going on the road, for those who are on the road, and for maybe Yankton fans who made the trip here tonight, a quick look at SD511.org. Really not all that bad. There is some snow, perhaps. Snow showing up on the radar between Pierre, Fort Pierre down to Vivian, but I believe for the most part, it looks like once you get to Interstate 90, you should have dry road conditions all the way back to Yankton, but the winds probably are picking up a little bit, so stay safe out there. But on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, we remind everybody to think twice in case of ice, slow down, and drive for the conditions. You've got some place to be. Buckle up, too. Make sure you're doing that. Hopefully the snowfall holds off as the Governors head to T area tomorrow, and we'll make that trip with them for that 3 o'clock tip-off. 2:30 pregame here in River 92.7 FM. Let's see. What else have we not covered here tonight? But the Governors at T area tomorrow, and then we'll get basketball when they host Huron tomorrow but Tuesday. The Governors take on Huron Tuesday. Boys at home, girls on the road. The girls game on KGFX, the boys game here on River 92.7. Good luck to the Governor wrestlers at the Yankton Invitational tomorrow. Girls and boys will be there. And then the Governor gymnasts competing at the state qualifying event in Watertown, the site of the state meet, which will be Friday and Saturday next weekend. And Oahe Capitals hockey is going on as well. The Capital boys are hosting Aberdeen right now, and the girls will host Aberdeen tomorrow, while the boys host Mitchell, and then the girls have another game against Aberdeen on Sunday. So there is hockey at the Expo Center this weekend as well. All in all, pretty good night for Governor Sports. Here's a quick check at the scores that are still that we have to pass along In Double-A hoops, once again, Pierre on top of Yankton. Mitchell beats Sturgis. Spearfish over Huron. Brandon Valley defeats Rapid City Central. Central still winless on the season. O'Gorman beating Rapid City Stevens. Impressive. That's number 1 over number 5, 66-45. Other games have Sioux Falls, Washington now defeating Watertown 63-38, and Harrisburg earlier with a win over Aberdeen Central 57-44. The boys' games, most of which have gone final. Washington beats Watertown 59-43. Harrisburg over Aberdeen 57-29. It was Mitchell over Sturgis 72-55 at the Corn Palace. Brandon Valley over Rapid City Central. That's 29-27. A good game. About halfway through the third quarter. O'Gorman beating Rapid City Stevens tonight. That's a final, 49-40. Still going on. Going to the fourth quarter, Huron leads at the arena over Spearfish, 50-33. And out west, St. Thomas More leads Douglas going to the fourth quarter, 45-29. Once again, join us tomorrow, 2:30. We'll have the pregame from T High School, T area. The Titans host the Governor Girls. We'll have a 3 o'clock tip for you right here on your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Our thanks to Caleb Brozick for running camera on this one across the way. And you can rewatch this one at drgnews.com on the River 92.7 page. And also for Chuck Hansen for pinch hitting once again as William Wilson is performing at the State One Act Festival in Brookings this weekend. Hopefully everything is going well for the One Act participants of Riggs High School also. To Chuck Hansen for running show in studio. I'm Brian Oakland for DRG Media Group Sports. Your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors win it tonight, 75-34 over the Yankton Gazelles. We'll see you tomorrow. This has been Governor Basketball on your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.
You've been listening